the law. What do you expect? And why is it every time somebody always says, I was threatened? Listen, it's in Port Harcourt. All their posters are there. Their billboards are there. Who have ever gone one day to destroy the billboards?
Your Excellency, they've also come out openly to accuse you that you are behind the violence.
Look, violence against who? Violence against who?
Against them, and they have also complained that you are not allowing them to campaign.
How will you not allow them to campaign? Did they push no campaign yesterday? The Labour Party not campaign here. I have told you that you cannot use public facilities without approval. I have always said that. Have they not been campaigning? Have they not been going to halls to hold their meetings and rallies? But if you want to use a public facility without approval, we'll stop it. That is all.
But you've publicly said that other parties shouldn't bother campaigning, not once, not twice. That there's no point campaigning that the PDP
what that means? For
a lot of people, that's tacitly saying, hey, this is not.
No. Then you are reading different meanings. When we say there's no need to campaign, because you know that this state, based on what we have done, it will be difficult for any party to win our party in this state. So why are you bothering yourself campaigning? Rivers people have confidence in us. So when I said there's no need of you campaigning, does not mean you should not come to campaign. All we are saying is that your campaign will not yield anything. That's the point I'm trying to make.
How can you be so sure? It's democracy.
Oh, we are not saying, listen.
Listen to all the candidates.
No, that's why I said you're getting it wrong.
Right.
When I said there's no need of you coming to campaign, what that means is that, what are you going to tell Rivers people? That today say, why will you vote for us?
They have their manifestos.
What manifestos? They all do ourselves. This is the time that they have seen a government that says, we are going to do this, and he has done it. We are going to do this, and he has done it.
Your Excellency, would you say you've done it all and there's nothing else to do?
No, that's not the point. That's not the point. But people are satisfied. Even if you stay here for 40 years, there will still be issues, problems. But the point is, for the first time in a democracy governance, people are now beginning to have confidence that, who is this? Is it an average Nigerian politician who will come and tell you one story, at the end of the day, he does a different thing? So you mean that people can say they will do this and they go ahead and do it? Is it real? That's what we have shown in this state. And it has never happened. Concrete. Mr. Governor said, we are going to do this. In any local government I go to, simple question. Did I tell you I was going to do this? Yes. Have I done it? Yes. Did I tell you I was going to do this? Yes. Have I done it? Yes. Did I tell you I was going to do this? Am I doing it? Yes. Before now, mention a government that will tell you something, politician that will tell you something, and it's been carried out to the letter. That is a different thing we have shown in this state. That actually, if you are committed, if you really want to do something for your people, you can do it. Take, for example, the issue of Trans-Calabari Road has been a political issue. No government that comes without telling the people of Calabari, I'm going to do Trans-Calabari Road. When I came, I told them, listen, I'm going to carry out the first phase of Trans-Calabari Road. People thought it was a joke. As I speak to you today, it's a reality. Why? Communities, about 6 communities, they have never seen road in their life. Kakama, Minama, Sangama, Angolama, all kind of communities. The day I drove to those communities, you can see the joy they are radiating in their faces. Happiness. You mean today we have road connected to other communities. So this can be a reality. Right? So there are things that have been impossible, or people may claim to be impossible, that today we are made it to be possible. So when I say that no you coming here to campaign, what that means that we are quite on ground. We are being accepted based on our performance. And to crown it all, take for example, I'm an opposition party. You know what it takes for a president to say in terms of infrastructure to say, I recognize you, you've done well as an opposition party. And then you are coming, the same party is coming to campaign. What would the party tell them in the state? When the leadership of your party has acknowledged the performance of the opposition. So what are you going to tell the people?
That they can do better? Even if it is that?
No,
even if it is that?
No. They are not even saying they can do better. They are saying that we have not done anything. That is indicting their president too.
Your Excellency, some have also complained of some level of high-handedness.
In terms of high-handed, how? In terms of what? How?
For instance, after the PDP Presidential Campaign Council rejected your offer of the use of the state.
They did not write to me.
They went to another place.
No.
They wanted to build on their own.
Okay, let me tell you. That's what. Okay, no. You see, that's why people carry all kinds of propaganda. I tell you, when people are not prepared to do something, they find excuses. They never wrote to us that they are going to reject or they have rejected. We wrote to them. So I expected that they should have written to us. No, we are no longer taking that place. First of all, we have the policy of presidential rally in this state. All presidential rallies must take place in the stadium. One, in order to avoid stampede. You don't go to a small field to hold presidential rally. You know what that would be. So we put every presidential rally, we have two stadiums. General Yakubu Gowon Stadium and Adokia Mesmeka Stadium. Adokia Mesmeka Stadium takes up to 40,000. Why did General Yakubu take up to 16,000? So it is easier, and in terms of control, to use those two facilities. Now, what happened? Inside the city, there's a land in dispute between government and Intel. In fact, government had even revoked that property before then. How was it revoked? Intel got that land 19 years ago and refused to develop that property. Intel used that land and took loan. Instead of developing that property, they used that loan to do some other things. And government said, listen, how can you use our property we give out? You are not developing the place. You use it to take a loan. Government had to revoke it. Somehow, you know, people like to play politics. These miscreants forced themselves there to use the place. I said, well, how would this be? We have given you Adokia Mesmeka Stadium. Why are you not using that place? We will not allow rally to take place inside this area. That was all.
Pardon me, when you say Intels, you're referring to the company association?
Yes.
The presidential candidate of your party?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know whether he has interest there. I don't know. All I'm talking about Intels. So I wouldn't say what I do not know. They never wrote to us to say, look, we are no longer using the stadium. And inside the city, how do you control the traffic? How? But the whole thing was that they had no capacity to fill Adokia Mesmeka Stadium. And that would have exposed them. So in order to make a cover, let's go and use that place. Unfortunately, government cannot allow that place. For Christ's sake, there are rules and regulations. You cannot tell me because you're a PDP member, therefore, you cannot obey simple rules. You don't do that. Somebody's in charge of the state. There cannot be two governors at the same time. You cannot.
Is that what informed the use of force? Because one of the leaders, former Minister Abiy Sekibo, pointedly accused you that you were the one behind the attack on him when he visited that place. That the policemen he saw drove in the direction of your house. That these are policemen.
Where is my house? Do you know where this is? This is having more than. This is my house. This is where I live. This is where I live. This is happening about 15 kilometers away. And at what time?
Say in the night.
What time in the night? 1 a.m. in the night. That's where he saw the police people. And then he saw with them driving towards my house. You see, people are just known. If you know Abiy Sekibo, if you are talking about violence, check out the Airshot panel report. Justice Kayode Airshot's report. Who did he indict? About this sponsor of cultism. It's Abiy Sekibo. Go and read the panel's report. Well, have I been indicted or sponsor cultism? No. Judicial panel, I was not the one who set it up. So, how could anybody say that? You have heard before, and the point is that when this happens, you won't go and report to police for police to be able to investigate. You are when Senator Lee member made an allegation. Police said, come and make statement. He ran away. You know, all kinds of things, manner of things. They believe that the only way the presidential candidates can be happy with them is to show that we have been the one challenging Wike. We have been the one going on news to challenge Wike. That is the only thing. As you have come, have they gone anywhere to campaign for the presidential candidate? Have you seen any billboard of the presidential candidate? These are people who claim supporting. They give them money, they collect the money and put it in their private pocket. They go back and say, Wike does not allow us. I mean, the billboards, are they owned by government? You have come to Port Harcourt. You have seen Port Harcourt. Why couldn't they at least pay for the billboards?
We've seen reports that some people who were trying to put out campaign materials were attacked. And
where?
I mean, those reports are out there, and people have spoken to that. But
where?
Your Excellency, the point is, because all of this is building up towards the elections, and I was reading through a particular report, International Crisis Group, and it lists River State as second to Lagos as one of the major hotspots for violence, possible violence in these elections, cites different reasons. The bad blood between, let me just list the points so you can answer comprehensively. You know, the bad blood, the back and forth between the G5 integrity group and the presidential candidate, or the leadership of your party, the PDP. It has talked about some of the violence, saying that you sought to intimidate PDP leaders in the state to remain aligned to him. Talked about some of the attacks. So I want you to speak to that, because a lot of people have apprehension that this election in River State might be violent.
It is not correct. Like I've told you, you see me campaign every day. I'm going to tie local government now. By Saturday, we will have finished 23 local governments. We have never had any incident of violence. Have you ever had? Most cases we did on live. For Nigerians to see. You know, like I said, when people are not prepared to do something, you can see all kinds of excuses. Okay, let me tell you an incident that happened last time. When people try to create a scenario that does not exist. 2014, if I remember vividly, or 20 years, I think it was 2014-15. You remember the incident that where they said Senator Margaret was shot? You remember? Okay. Tell all of us, where is the report, where is the doctor report that the person, where was he shot? Let any person come and say, look at the report, look at the doctor's report, he was shot. We treated him. You also they claim that he was flown to London. Which hospital? These are things people create to have an impression that things are not going on well. I pitied Magdalene when he said state-sponsored terrorism. You can use any language you want to use. Where are they destroying his billboards? Go and see the whole of Port Harcourt. You see his billboards everywhere. He said, oh, in Senatorial District. But in Port Harcourt, nobody destroys it. It's only your Senatorial. When you have some internal problems amongst you, why not be able to sort your internal problems? Why do you shift it to the state? There's nowhere you can say you will not have an incident of clashes or one or two. That does not generally mean that the state is not safe. No. There's no any time anybody can say, mention one state in this country today where you cannot say we have had this incident of crisis. To mention one state, does that generally mean that if an incident occurs, it means that that state is not safe? Certainly not.
So
these are
Nigerians at this election.
not the question of assuring. Not the question of assuring. The only way we have had incident of crisis during election was when the military came to invade and people had to resist it. You watch it on video. Even 2019, you had when women were naked to prevent the security agencies of carrying the ballot boxes and the election materials. So people can say, you won't do this. And in resisting that, that could lead to violence.
Your Excellency, you are one man who has kept faith with the PDP. You've been there from the beginning. You stood firm. When the big wigs, some of them we consider as big wigs, left the PDP, you stayed. And then when the primaries were to be conducted, you openly told Nigerians that whatsoever becomes of the outcome of the primary will be acceptable by you. You went through the primaries, you were tested as well. Now, Your Excellency, do we say there is more to your reaction after the primaries?
You see. You know, I have had a lot of people say, oh, Wike said he was going to abide any acting that come. What does that mean? You have promised us you are going to do transparent election. And believing in that promise, I have to say yes, I will obey. Now, you watch what happened in that election. Every candidate or every aspirant has spoken and gone to sit for the voting to commence. Just for us to hear the chairman of the electoral panel, there's an announcement. What announcement is it? An aspirant has come up. I have looked at this, I'm hereby stepping down. He did not end by saying I'm no longer, I'm withdrawn from the race. He went further, that they should vote for so person. Even that alone is subject to litigation. But as a law-abiding party member, I didn't go to court. We are finished campaigning. We are in process of voting. You allowed another person to come and say, go and vote for so person. What does that mean? But we allowed it. Ordinarily, I would have gone to court. I didn't go to court.
That is what worries some Nigerians.
So,
because we saw your reactions just after the vice presidential candidate was finally selected.
Well, what was my reaction? You know, people don't like to follow what has happened. When after the primaries on Saturday leading to Sunday, on Monday the presidential candidate came to see me in my house in Abuja, right? Came to see me in my house in Abuja. The first thing he told me that, look, the national chairman has to go. Why? Because it would not be fair that the presidential candidate from the same zone, the chairman from the same zone. And I said, look, this is an agreement. Even before then, the national chairman had said, if the presidential candidate called from his zone, he was going to resign. Now, this is what the thing, it has happened. So why not do what you have agreed on? We met with the presidential candidate. You see, when you want to be a leader, one thing about leadership is integrity comes in. You must be able to honor on issues you have agreed with people. We met in London. All of us, with his own governor. And he told us, yes. He confronted the national chairman, and he said, yeah, he made that statement. And he agreed with us that the national chairman had to go. But that we should give him 1 week to work out. We didn't hear it again. Come on. How do you expect me at this time, as little as it is, you won't honor what you have told us? They start bringing excuses. Then what now happens when you become? You see, these are issues I cannot comprehend. No matter how anybody looks at, people can give all kinds of excuses. Oh, because he was not giving 5%. Come on, what is that?
You've been on this issue. Since
I have said it all the time. Yes, and we are still there. It's not correct. You see, what people do not understand.
Fighting their own.
No, what are they fighting? What are they fighting? You see, some of you, it's just not in every system you have strategy. There are people who should do the talking. There are people who will be quiet. So it's not, you see, my own approach does not mean it should be the same approach. But we know what all of us have agreed.
All the five of you
are of course. Now, mention, who has ever attended the rallies?
Among the
Yes, mention one. You see, look, what we do not understand, even before any good governor received him in government house. We said, do that. That's wrong. People started posting. We laughed. So we cannot tell you what is the approach. Forget about people. 25th is coming. 25th is here. 25th is here.
Just 9 days.
9 days. Everybody will see it.
Is it time enough for you to still, you know, make final last minute peace?
No, we can't do that
it's
again.
Over
it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Between you and
we have said it that not anybody can do about it now. They believe that they have won elections, so they don't need us.
When you mean it's over, you work against his interest.
I told you, I'm not ready to sit down again with anybody. That's not, you know what you want to interpret.
All right, Mr. Governor, for the G5 governors, as much as you say you are united, are you also united towards a presidential candidate?
That is not for you to know. We should not reveal everything to you. We won't tell you. We won't tell you.
If we rule out the presidential candidate of your party because of the SAR relationship, that leaves at least 3 front runners. As a politician, what's of this? Or what's of permutation?
Permutation how?
At least 3 front runners are left.
Yes.
If we remove the presidential candidate of your party,
yes,
with whom you have already by no way. So that
is a secret ballot. A secret ballot.
Let me put it this way, Your Excellency. So, I mean, people know you as a forthright person. A lot of people want to listen to Governor Wike because they expect he speaks truth to power. Yes. You can't, you know, hold him back or say this is what you say. You can't teleguide him. Yeah. So they are surprised that the same you. I mean, you've been campaigning for your governorship candidate in the open. In fact, you're wearing a shirt and a face cap that says who you're supporting.
That is my governor.
And it's open.
Yes.
So they're wondering, are you scared to not want to reveal that person? Because you're free to reveal the person you're supporting for governorship, but why not for president? Are you scared?
Let me tell you. So the mere fact I have not said so makes me not a forthright again. The definition of forthright is because you want me to say something at the time probably or the way you want me to say it.
You have your trend.
No. You are making, see, in every war you go, there are different strategies you adopt. It cannot be the same strategy every day. It can be. Assuming if you want to do that, you can also review your strategy. Assuming do not consider that this is the strategy I wanted to adopt. Nothing stops me coming back. Is this right now? Why not do it this other way? So I don't owe you to tell you the strategy I will adopt. That I have adopted a strategy of speaking my mind every day does not mean, as far as this one now is concerned, that is also the same way to follow. But what is important is whether you are going to achieve the result which you have outlined to achieve.
But the truth is, I mean, you're not just speaking to us, you're speaking to Nigerians,
Rivers
people.
But everybody knows that. My people here know. Rivers people are aware. And that's my own concern. My primary constituency is Rivers State.
Okay.
And you've told them who
and they all are aware where we are heading to.
So speak to this, because for a lot of people now, the thinking, the permutation is you may have played yourself out of relevance. They're thinking, Governor Wike, yes, maybe last year, I mean, a lot of people was courting him as a beautiful bride, but now with the way things are going, I mean, he has not maintained that tempo. They think you may have played yourself out of relevance. Do you agree with them?
Yeah, who is more relevant? Mention anybody in PDP that's more relevant than me.
Even your presidential candidates?
Who is more relevant? Are they not looking for me? If I'm not relevant, why are you looking for me? How many presidential candidates have come to see me if I'm not relevant? It is not to appear on Arise television. Is it not on record in this country? From 2015 to 2019, APC never had 25%. Even when they had a sitting governor, who was their DG? It's on record. So it is not a question of you talking. We will see what will happen. Relevant is what can you contribute.
Excellency, there have been speculation.
That's what we call relevant. You are not relevant. See, so many people in PDP, take for example, there's one man, In Yobe State, since 1999, PDP has never won anything. But these are people who will talk and you say they are people relevant. What makes you relevant? You can't win your state. What makes you relevant? When you cannot produce a senator. What makes you relevant? When you cannot produce a House of Rep member. Why should relevant be? Because you appear on television. Because Arise calls you to come and talk about the wicked. That is what makes you irrelevant. Relevant is to what you can produce to give to the party. As I sit here today, first of all, and I challenge anybody, whether we are not going to win the 3 senatorial seats.
Going by that trend.
That is relevant.
So going by that trend, just to add, that means that because the PDP has always delivered, River State has always delivered for the PDP. So going by that trend, people will say, why does a presidential candidate need you when naturally your people will vote for the PDP?
People don't continue that way. Yes, all the one that River State have been winning, so what have we gotten from it? Tell me. Tell me. Is it the right?
Who do you think political maneuver to achieve what you are trying to achieve? Turn the minds of the people against a party that they have always voted for at all levels and across all.
That is why people talk about confidence. You see, when you have built yourself to the level where people have confidence in you, people know you won't tell them lies. It is only when people see you, they don't trust you. They know what you're telling them now. As you move, you do a different thing. Look, as far as this state is concerned, I have fought battles for this state. Take, for example, you know our problem with Igbo State. I stood firm, we went to court, we won those oil wells. The same thing with Bayelsa. Before I came, the government was paying money to Bayelsa over Soko oil well. I said, no, it's our oil well. I want to read. I fought for it, and we won. Right? Now, if you look at all my level issues and the rest, so people begin to say, and look at the achievements I've made. Look at achievements I've made. On Monday, which has never happened, how many months do I have? I'm still awarding contracts to reputable firms like Julius Berger. Who does that?
Why now, Your Excellency?
Why? This is when I'm seeing the money coming. The demand for I'm going to leave 2-3 months does not mean I should not continue with my work. People are still happy.
The money wasn't there all along?
But that's what I've been doing. I've been doing all kinds of projects. Who has commissioned projects I have commissioned in this country? I did not only commission projects, I'm bringing people from outside. You come and commission, not the question of maybe, some of these television, they say that it's not correct. These are old, people should come and see. It is on record, it's unbeatable. I beat my chest to say it. It's unbeatable. And as I'm living, first of all, I'm finishing well. I'm living with my shoulders high. I'm proud to say it.
You got out of government house.
I've never stayed government house for the past 2.5 years. I've left government house 2.5 years ago.
The question really, the question really,
what is it? What is special about the government house?
Your Excellency, the question really that I need you to answer, the more pointed is this. Since 1999, 1998, the local government election, up to the 1999 election, and all of that.
Yes.
These are people whose mind have always been in one place, PDP, all the way. Are you saying that it's possible for you to convince them that because of just one person, the presidential candidate, they should not...
It is not about presidential candidate. You see, 25th of February. Let us wait and see. But the point remains that...
Will it not boil down to that? That it is because of one man that we are asking them to vote this way for presidential...
Is there any... Did they have agreement with any party? Is there any agreement that this is the party we must be voting for? Is there any agreement like that?
Ultimately, that then makes you guilty of anti-party activity.
What is called anti-party?
Asking people not to vote for your party in a particular election and vote for them.
Were you there? Were you in the meeting? Were you in the meeting? Okay. Let me ask you, when is anti-party? When Jonathan contested in 2015, did you not hear some governors came out and said, we did anti-party? Aloyu Babangida, did you not say that we agreed to vote against Jonathan? Did heaven fall? Why do you think heaven will fall now? I assume so. Who told you that some people have two heads? They can do anything and get away with it, and others cannot do and get away with it. Who tells you that? Who is the first class citizen? I mean, you see, this is what I don't like.
What have you waited
we have come out, and you see, it pains some of us. Like you said, how many of them could stand for the party? If I was this kind of characters that I cannot do, I know how many negotiations that some of my colleagues were even negotiating with the ruling party.
Yes,
I stood firm for this party. Most of these people now ran away from the party. They ran away, destroyed the party. And come now, you are telling me these are the people that will come and discipline me for anti-party.
Exactly.
Who the hell are these people?
Some had said you were going to the APC Labour Party and all of that. Have you ever given that a thought?
Have I not said it that we are not leaving the party? Yeah. Have I not said it before?
Why?
That we will still stay in the party and fight what we are fighting. We can leave the party for who? For those who ran away? Buccaneers? We can't do that. We will stay in this party. Rather, they will leave and come again. We will not leave.
If you were to lead the party, what would you do differently?
The issue of leaving the party does not arise. I don't do that. I don't speculate.
Okay. Let me paint a scenario for you.
Just on this,
sorry.
Just on this. I recall that, Mr. Governor, you had always challenged PDP that nobody can expel you or suspend you from the party.
But there was for certain reasons. We are also not people who can toy with. We know. Like I told you here, somebody can go on air to say you have been suspended. Right? Wrongly or rightly. Now within that period, certain actions you intend to carry out, you may not carry it out. And I hope you've gotten the picture. We know. And so what we did was to, hey, you can't do this. You can't achieve this. Because we know where we're headed to.
Would you consider yourself a sacred cow?
For who? Sacred cow how? Nobody talks about integrity in politics. Everything is seen as a game. Nobody believes that some people can say, to hell with this, I won't be party to this. Oh, because they believe that you must be in power for you to be relevant. Look, I had the opportunity to go to Senate. I said, no, you should go to other areas. My area have had it sometimes. You should go to the other area. If I still want to be, if that's what I call relevance, then I would have gone to Senate to still be relevant.
That's part of the mystery of this fight that you
are. That's why you should. That's why you should respect us.
You are not building a safe haven for yourself.
What is the safe haven? What is the safe haven?
That among Senate, for instance, that still makes you relevant within.
It's not. It is not correct. I have told you that relevance. No.
A kind of political uncertainty.
You see, that is also the mistake most of you make. Must you be empowered to be relevant? Let me ask you one simple question. Take, for example, you talk about Tinubu. Since 1999, has he not been relevant? Has he contested election? No, you see, it is the way you play yourself. It is not about you occupying a position that makes you relevant. It's about the role you play, that's what makes you relevant. Everybody believes that, no, I can't leave power now, let me go there and stay, hang there. That is rubbish.
So are you attending the Tinubu University of Politics? Are you learning from...
No, the point I'm making, I'm only trying to draw an inference that you must not only contest election for you to be relevant. That's the point I'm trying to make. It depends on how you carry yourself, the role you play. So that makes you relevant. I only made an inference so that you know that it's not contesting election all the time that makes you to be relevant. You can be relevant based on the role you play. How the society see you? How your people receive you?
So we expect to see you as the godfather of politics.
Again, there's nothing like godfather. You see, that is why we will also be having problems. For me, what makes me happy today, as I leave office, how will Rivers people see me? What do they think about me? Am I somebody they can trust? That's what makes the whole lot of difference. Can I walk on the street and not looking back? That's what is important. Or I'll go and carry platoon of soldiers. No. No.
So something very...
Maybe you'd like to tell us something more about issues leading to the governorship primaries in Rivers State. Some people have said you single-handedly chose or selected your governorship candidate.
You see, that is the problem. That is the problem we have with people. You know, all these people who are saying this, if you check their track record, they have always been like that. I want to cite an example. In 2006-07, these same characters were the one who went to Dr. Peter Odele and said, sir, you are a leader. Whoever you choose, whoever you nominate as a leader will follow. Hoping that one of them will be nominated. They started playing their interests. When Dr. Peter Odele went for Amechi, the same people who promised they were the first people that struck and wrote petition to EFCC and had the issue of Kele came, the same characters. Now, in my own time, these same characters came. And we have leadership. We have the chairman of Elders Council. O.C. Jokocha is a member. O.C. Jokocha drafted an agreement which was signed by all of them. All of them. All of them. That whoever the leaders bring, we don't want our house to be divided. Whoever the leaders bring, we will follow. Again, they started their intrigues. Some of them will go to as far as, I don't know how they know my friends. They will go and talk to my friends. Please, let me be the one to be nominated. These are intrigues. Now, when the leadership met, not to me, O.C. Jokocha was in that meeting. This character, this Celeste Omeha was in that meeting. Chief Sergeant Awuse was in that meeting. Ferdinand Alabraba, the chairman of the was in that meeting. We now said, look, this electoral district have never had gubernatorial Rivers West district, right? They started. The same characters. Now they go to Abuja and tell Abuja, I'm nominated. But the same people want me to nominate them. If I had nominated them, for example, I would have done well. Ask them whether did they sign any agreement that they are going to comply when the leadership of the party say, look, in order not to spend resources, to keep our house together, we don't need everybody to begin to kill ourselves. Let's work as a team. And that was what happened. They will not tell people the simple truth. These are the same characters. You see, what I don't like is you are plotting for you to be the favorite, right? He is plotting to be the favorite. You are plotting to be the favorite. You are plotting. Now, when he doesn't follow you, you come out. Oh, you want to impose somebody on us.
Your Excellency, the choice of your candidate is considered not to be very well politically grounded.
How? How? Who is well grounded there? Who determines who is well grounded? Look, let me tell you. When I came out in 2014 to 2015, all these same people opposed me. They opposed me. But I had my way. They opposed me. I had my way. Ask them. They have, because of the issue of 2007, they have been having that grudge. But as a politician, I tag along. I play along to keep the house together. That does not mean you're a fool.
Were you a civil servant, Your Excellency? Were you a civil servant?
I don't need to be a civil servant before I know the right thing to do. I have worked with civil servants. You see, these politics we are playing. There are some people who just come out, this is the way it is. There are people who will be diplomatic about it. Right? I tagged along everybody. They can't say they've never benefited from the government. They are the major beneficiaries of government. So but none of them will have the conscience to say anything. And none of them can challenge me publicly. Not one.
Your Excellency, I asked you if you were a civil servant because many have said your governorship candidate is a mere civil servant.
What is called mayor? What is called mayor? So the law, anybody who's a civil servant has no capacity to govern. It's only you who you claim. You see, somebody who has gotten to the level of accountant general of the state. Yeah. Is somebody you are calling mayor. What qualifies them? simply because they are running around parties. Some civil servants play politics quietly. You don't need to be shouting.
Exactly, that's the point.
Is it time to shout?
Your Excellency, no doubt, Steve Fubara has been one of those who led so much under your administration. And well, along that line, you give it to him. But then, when it comes to politics, it seems to be a gentleman who doesn't have that little, I don't want to use that little madness that every politician should have.
That is the mistake you are making. Some quiet people can be deadly. You see, these are the things. What is wrong with that?
No, I'm asking you a question.
What is being safe inside? No one man does it alone. You have a team. That I'm doing what it is, not only me. I can't do the whole thing. You have people who work with you to achieve results. So we believe, God being on his side, he may even surpass what I've done.
Yeah,
who are the forces? Let me show who are the forces. Where are they?
You made an inference.
I'm not, but I will support him to succeed. Succeeding does not mean he should be a godfather. You see, the point people make that you supported somebody to be a governor does not mean you should begin to dictate what the person does. But you can also run away. If he needs your advice, you give one or two advice based on your experience.
You cited an instance of Lagos earlier, where Lagos under Tinubu had a blueprint of what the state should look like, including projects, including some personalities who should be in certain places and key. Do you have a blueprint for River State with the love you've shown, with all the projects you're doing, the investment in your state? Do you have a blueprint that your successor
That's why leadership insisted there should be somebody who has been in government with you, who understands what you are doing in order to follow. You don't need to be somebody who does not understand, who never knew how you started and how you are going to end. So as far as we are concerned, we have a blueprint, and we believe that with him being on board, being part of this government, it will not be difficult to continue where we have stopped. And we believe with that, the state will grow faster.
But what happens if he doesn't follow that blueprint?
Well, I don't believe. But however, it does not mean that people cannot change. You see, he may make amends. He may make amends, but not abandoning it totally, no. Of course, everything is subject to amendment based on reality. But what I don't want to, you don't want people to say, I'm putting Simara so that's my total. Like, if I put you, it will not be my total. If I put you, it will not be my total. But if I put him, it will be my total. You see, what I don't like, nobody comes and tells you one thing here and said, I said this thing this morning, and I stand by what I have said. And that's why people see politicians as us. Not all these politicians, they tell you one thing today, they do. And that's what has happened. And I don't want to see myself in that category. I may be wrong, but let it be that this was what I said in the morning. And I said it in the afternoon. And I'm going to say it in the evening.
But what would you do? How would you react if the governor after you doesn't continue with the blueprint?
Will I kill him? I mean, he's the governor. He sees more than me. It's his tenure. So if he believes that certain areas of what I did may not be the same way, he's entitled to. Will you go and flog him? Will you go and flog him?
So maybe we should align.
One of the things I show to people is to de-emphasize this attachment about governance, about governor. You see, people are surprised. So many people leave government house even 29th of May.
Some ask for extension.
Some even would like to stay in the guest house. But I said, listen, what is in all this government? What is it?
Perhaps maybe because you have a Camp David that looks bigger than the entire government house two times.
No, it is not that. But mind you, when I was sworn as governor, I never packed in there more than 1 year. I never. I didn't pack into government house for more than 1 year. For me, it is not about staying in government house. do the work. Frankly speaking, and I'm doing the work.
So perhaps you are building up, you're preparing for maybe a big comeback in 4 years. I mean, you cited the former governor of Lagos State who has not gone into any elections and is still relevant. So are you preparing for a comeback 4 years, 8 years?
Comeback to what?
To presidential ambition. You had a presidential ambition.
You don't know whether you'll be alive then. You are not talking about something future.
Whether or not we plan, I mean, that's what plans are about.
First of all, I'm done by May 29th. I have to take a break. I have to withdraw and see what happens. What do I do with my life?
Yeah. What will you do?
That's what I'm saying. I say I have to come back home. I take a break. Then begin to ponder. What do I do? Do I go back to practice? What do I, these are things.
It will be interesting seeing you in court, by the way.
So that it will be, so that let it be on record. I have not decided. I'm still talking with my wife and my children. I need their own advice. What do you think? What do you think this? What do you think that? So the issue of 4 years, you want to run for election. This is the problem people are having. How can you contemplate that now? How can you contemplate that when somebody has not even emerged to start? You are not running yourself to come.
Your Excellency, it's politics. We know these things. But maybe we should align for a moment.
That's again where I say people are wrong.
No, I mean, we've had people say, I had this plan.
You must also bring some integrity into this.
Right.
The point I say, you have not said it's politics. You see, because everybody has this notion, this impression, politicians, they can say this, that. That's what I said, no.
Oh, okay.
That's what I say. We should not have that notion that everybody behaves the same. No.
Right.
No.
Just pardon me, just a quick one. Forgive me. I just want to align quickly with the yearnings of people, because you've talked about your viewpoint, I mean, your political activities. But in terms of your choice, you said you have chosen at least.
I have chosen.
No, I'm saying your choice, because you have a vote anyway. You also have a vote.
I voted for him.
Exactly. So you have a choice. You have made it. In fact, you said you've called a meeting of some sort for Rivers people. Some are tweeting and saying, when was that meeting? Because they are not aware of that meeting. But the point is, what are the factors
are we doing a direct democracy where the whole community, you call the whole community?
Well, some of the community members say they are not even aware.
How can they be aware? We're talking about leadership meeting. Leadership has, you see, that is the mistake. You think we will knock a town crier. Whoever is everywhere in River State want to meet. Is that the kind of democracy we practice?
So the grassroots leaders are aware?
For them to know, because these are the people
they were all
no.
So first of all, you mean which people? We told
Rivers people.
No, this is a party matter. It cannot be the whole Rivers people. This is party matter.
But we have
those who are participated, they voted.
No, we're talking about the coming election.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the primaries.
Oh, no,
okay.
The coming election.
Okay, yes, okay.
I'm saying that some community people are saying, we didn't get a memo to that meeting. We didn't hear anything, and they're still shocked.
So he's telling us,
people, I mean, in fact, I just read some tweets to that effect saying,
do you know who that person is?
That we're not even aware of such meeting. So you can say all Rivers people are aware.
Listen, I have, no, I won't do that. That strategy may not be too palatable. Let me tell you, it's our strategy. Now let me tell you. In every politics, you have your full soldiers.
The 200,000 people.
I don't know. You have your full soldiers.
That were appointed.
Right? You have your full soldiers. You strategize, and you send the full soldiers, and they go. And they tell the people. I'm not going to do a national broadcast. No. There are ways of communication. Not everybody will buy in. After all, some people are in APC. Some people are in SDP. But the larger following is PDP.
Some say Labour Party is also strong.
No, I don't know who is strong. Don't bother. It is 25th of February we will know who is strong. You see, the problem again, you people always have is your social media. I've never seen something that can be so misleading.
Yeah,
so many politicians are popular. Social media.
And you think Labour Party is an example?
I'm not saying that. But how you rate? When I see some opinion polls, I just sit back and say, come on, where are they getting this feedback from?
But your party also uses social media.
I'm not saying that social media is not good. I say most people are popular. in social media than being popular in the grassroots. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Meanwhile, Kayode raised an issue that you didn't
what is
raise the issue of the 200,000 food soldiers.
Yes.
And a member of the Atiku Presidential Campaign Council just 2 days ago, Frank Schwaibo, said the police should investigate the activities of these people. That these are the people.
Please, these are hungry-looking men who think that the only one that can be relevant to the candidate is to talk. Is there anybody today in PDP that wants to be relevant if he does not insult me? Mention one. The only way it can be relevant in PDP now, say something against Wike, then you are relevant. Your Excellency, I gave it to him back today. Some even carry the newspaper. Your Excellency, I see what I said. You just laugh.
So you know the workings in the presidential candidates camp. You have your people in there that tell you what's going on.
Look, let me tell you just what I'm trying to say. We're in River State. You say you're supporting a candidate, for example. We must see the signs. Don't support the candidate just by going to tell him in Abuja. Don't support the candidate by insulting Wike at addressing press conference. No, go back home. Go to your community. Talk to them. When you are talking to them, we will hear that your campaign is not secret.
Your Excellency,
as I campaign,
you have said some negative things about this other side
Who?
as well. Who? In your campaigns.
That I've said what?
Negative things
like
about
what?
this other side.
No, like what? That's not that I said that's not correct. Mention one. Is it the one I said Abia should answer who killed before? It's a question I asked him now.
That's practically saying that.
I don't know. I asked a question. No, let me tell you. Let me tell you, in this state, we know who is who. Let us tell ourselves the simple truth. We know who is who in this state. We know those that led to the killings of people in a particular local government.
And you'll be political conscious up until...
Listen. That's why, you see, when you know your hands are not clean, be quiet. Be quiet. Don't talk too much so that don't put yourself into...
Yeah, but Mr. Governor...
the past.
Yeah.
So there are some people who just... Look, I have seen Abia say all kinds of things. I came out. I said, listen, why are you talking this? You say, a governor that does not take advice, fine. I said, you're right. If I take advice, I wouldn't have given you, only you, the 2 jobs in your local government. Because I don't take advice. If I listened to advice, I wouldn't have done it. Right? He came out to say, oh, he recommended the company, not that it is his own. Who is he talking to, a small boy? Is he talking to a small boy? I mean, you recommended. You say you now know companies that can do work. You now recommend. And you want people to listen to you. That. You said, I sent assassins to kill you. I, the governor. What am I going to send assassins to kill you? You came to wrong governor 2014, 2015. You couldn't. Nobody will vote for you. I won. I'm doing my second tenure. Why am I going to kill you now? To do what? Are you competing with me to the governor? You want to run. You said no. We cannot make you a candidate because you can't even win. You are not sellable. And you said, I send assassins after you. And I said, look, everybody who knows me in this state, I didn't school overseas. All my university here. So everybody knows who is who. How could you, of all persons, will accuse me of sending assassins? And you did not go to police to make a report. All these things are just on television. I mean, have you ever seen such a huge offense? Somebody sent assassins to kill you. You did not go to police up to now to make a report and make a statement. All the year is just on newspaper, social media. Is that the way to do things? Somebody came after your life. The police is only hearing it or you addressing press. I mean, can you take something?
Yeah, but Mr. Governor,
you that is asking me this, accusing me for nothing. Tell Rivers people who killed this man.
Yep.
Tell Rivers people when you have to be made a minister, somebody wrote a petition against you. The next day, the man was shot in his house. Somebody wrote a petition that you are not supposed to be made a minister based on your antecedents. The next day, the man was shot in the mouth in his house, in his local government. I said, tell the people who killed this man. I also said to him,
shouldn't that be the job of the police?
No, I said, that's what I'm saying. I said, tell the, look.
Why are you asking to tell?
I mean,
the intention is that he knows those who killed the man.
Let him say doesn't know, or he knows.
So you can also say you didn't send assassins to him.
Look, what I'm saying, what I'm saying is, I posed questions, right? There was nothing like that. And even if there was, I couldn't have done that. That's what I'm trying to make. I couldn't have. You see, there must be a basis. Is it a threat to me? I mean, if, okay, he's contending something with me. He's going to be a stumbling block. What is a stumbling block? No, tell me now, what's a stumbling block? What is a stumbling block? Is he contesting now to be governor that he may win? So let me go and kill him so he does not win. So you see, there must be a basis for any action you will take. Tell me, what is it now? When he wanted to run for governorship, I did not kill him so he don't become a stumbling block. It is now we're going to assemble to kill him when I'm leaving office. Is he going to contest? Even if you contest, am I still going to contest as governor?
Let me take a quick detour. Pardon me. Yeah.
You seem to know some of these people behind the violent crisis in River State. Are you worried that they are still walking free?
Which people?
You mentioned some of them.
Listen, you see, the problem I have with the security system, and that's why I said sometimes security system or agencies are part of the problem. Take for example, Senator Libby that made an allegation that somebody said the governor masterminded. I called the commissioner of police. What have you done? He told me that the senator said he's not coming to River State. And I said, what does that mean? Oh, you're not doing it because you heard the name Senator Lee Meba. But you went on national television and made such an allegation. And you cannot come and make statement. The same thing, this Dr. Bie. Why would police not, gentlemen, this allegation is heavy. Please come. I will surrender myself. But you see, this is the kind of things when I look at police, it's when I accuse police of playing hide and seek. Look at the insinuation, look at the accusation. By now, the police ought to have invited the man. Come on. This thing happened. You've not come to make reports. We're just reading it around on social media, on television. Is that the proper thing to do? Why would even IG, having had it, this matter must be investigated? So that if it is not correct, people should stop raising alarm when there's no alarm. I have told you what happens. When people know they are not going to make it, they try to create a scenario that there will be an excuse for the failure of that. Capacity, sir, we cannot. I even offered, I can give them money to hire people from Bayelsa, Delta, Akwa Ibom. They can bring and fill the place.
Is that allowed in politics?
Most of the crowd you see, they report from outside and don't come and fill the place. But they say, when you will see the crowd. No, but let me tell you, they are not honorable men. They would have gone to their leader, Civic, sir. Okay, apply to us again. Give us the smaller stadium. I will give. But even at that, I know they have no capacity. So in order not to expose them, Dr. B. Sakibo, who is the chairman of the president, told somebody that look, that they are even happy when I revoked the approval, that they are very happy.
You have that on good authority.
I can tell you, I don't want to. He knows. I haven't said it now. He knows he told the person. But they can't tell their principal. They cannot tell. And as an honorable man, what you have done, let them know this is your own capacity. Don't go too high, something you know you cannot do. My local government is highly registered, is the highest in the state. All right? Okay. What influence do they have to come and tell my people here what to do? What influence? You see, there are politicians who are paper tigers. They are paper tigers. When you see them, former minister, senator, this, and that makes you people say, oh, you know, you cannot talk with these people. It's not true. Do their people love them? What did they do when they were there? When I was a minister of state in that matter, the state felt my impact. The state felt my impact. When I was chairman of local government, I was the best in this state. Yes. It was known all over. So you were a minister. What was the impact in the state? There are no two ways about it. You can't be, you see what I say about relevance. You are a minister. What did you use it for? Tell me who and who. Who did you make in your state? I can beat my chest and say, look, 25 people did this. I can sit here, name them one by one. I can sit as I'm here as a governor of the state. Who have you built? I can name them one by one. That's what they call relevance. When he was the Minister of Transport, before he was sacked by Obasanjo, asked him, even to bring one small jet in his local government, did he bring? So why do you think people would regard you? It's not when you have a public position. You just center it between you and your family. People watching you, okay, no problem. When the time comes, you and your family come and do it. That is why you see this jealousy, back belly. I have touched everywhere. All local government, all.
And I think that's the point.
Let's talk about that, yes, because we can see that you are all decked out.
Yes.
And you already told us you are headed for Thai.
Yes, yes.
Let's put you in a campaign mood.
Yes, yes.
From home.
Yes.
Can you share the experience with us?
Oh, it's very fantastic.
Has that been anywhere you went to and you were booed?
No, yeah. How?
You were
You see the way you see how happy I am. There's no one local government. There is a competition, so to speak. It's a competition. Because I'm going to Thai today. What will I tell people at Thai? If I do not do anything, what will I go and tell them? You are coming to tell us to vote here. You are leaving. You didn't do anything for the people of Thai.
So what
I did roads. So as I go there today, the people of Thai, did I tell you I will do this? Have I done it? Yes.
Are you likely to make more promises?
Of course. No, my own is not promise, don't keep it. No. Promise made, promise fulfilled. That's why I say we have changed the narrative in governance. People now have confidence that you mean government can say they will do this and they're doing it. Okay, take for example. When I went out for the law school, some people came, oh, it's a lie. He cannot build law school. On a record time, I built law school 10 months. Unprecedented. The best of it in the country. Go and check it. From foundation. I tell people, I want to do this. People, you see, Nigerians or the electorates feel happy. Have you seen a politician who will go to a local government and begin to ask, is there anybody who will say, I've not done anything in this local government? Let the person say it now. What do you have when they say Calabar we are making? I say, you're lying. You're lying. As I sit here, I say, Degema, see what I've done. Tombia, you have a school. Didn't I do this? I did. Bakara, I have a school. I said, did I not Sanfilia area to get more land for the claim? I did it. Have I not finished Meriwu school? I did. Do you understand me? Have I not connected road to the 6 communities? Kakama, Minama, Kangemama, call them. They say yes. What makes, why will you not be happy?
So are we likely to see more projects inaugurations before May 20?
Of course. In fact, we are starting on Monday. We are flagging off the M1 to Amadama Telma Junction. On Tuesday, we are flagging off the dualization of Ahoda to Omok by Julius Berger the 2. Then on 21st, I'm going to Ogubolo to commission Pogo Wakama Road. On 23rd, I'm commissioning Iloabuchi Road and Aboroma Road.
So
after election, of course. That's why the people are so happy. They are so happy. These people in Abuja, what would they, let me tell you something. You just look at them. Look at the names. They have not even looked at it. Senator Lee Meba was in the Senate. He was chairman of Senate committee, either upstream or downstream. He was the one that made the PIPP would have been passed before now. He was the one that made him doctor because he knows what he did. Now ask him, what did he bring to a senatorial district? What did he bring? Let me say one thing. What did he bring? Abi was minister. What did he bring to Rivers? What project? So, you see, it will be difficult. It will be very, very difficult. Look at me as a governor. And so look at how proud I am that I have done something. Let one local government come and say, sir, you've not done anything in our local government. The world is hearing. This is a full national television. If you are from Ogubolo, say so. If you are Mokrika, say so. If you are from Andoni, say so. If you are from Popokoro, say so. If you are from Boni, challenge me. If you are from Degema, Okrika, Akukutoro, Asaretoro, Abu Odua, Ahuda East, Ahuda West, Onelga, challenge me. Or you are from Eche or Moma, or Equal local government, or Port Harcourt, or Biabo, let them challenge me.
How you name the
yes. No, let them challenge me.
You have the entire state in your power.
Because that is why it is easier for me.
Yeah, but
I can tell you what I did in each of the resources. One thing that I'm living off is that I have not accomplished really is Port Harcourt not, we used to have, that's what we're trying to do, but we've not gotten to that level yet, is the issue of sanitation. We have improved. And that's why you can see today, if you are coming to Port Harcourt, you can see how neat. But that does not mean that that is the area. Because Port Harcourt is where everybody wants to go to. The city so clean and the rest. I have said that I will bring it back to that level. But I have not fully achieved it. I will not say here now that yes, I've accomplished that the way I said I was going to do it. So I believe with my successor, knowing fully well that our dream is to bring Port Harcourt back the way people saw it as the garden city of Nigeria. We still have to do that. We have tried in terms of infrastructure. Now listen, when I started the flyover, you were hearing comments of what economic sense is this, of what this is this. You know that, it's an abandoned project. 2019, in my second tenure. Today, 12 flyovers. 2019 till now. 4 years. 4 years. Tell me where any state has set that record. 2019 now. 12 flyovers. Not constructed by any company, by Julius Berger. I'm not sure they work in your state. I'm not sure that you have them in your state. I'm not sure they have them. So I go for the best. I go for the best. I'm sure as you are coming, see how you are flying like this, as if you are overseas. It's not true. As you fly, you come down. You fly as you come down. The same people who are criticizing, I just see them the way they drive. Look at this guy. See how they are enjoying it. Port Harcourt have changed. Inside them, instead of them to commend you, yes, he has done well here. They will still say, if you go to Port Harcourt, he has not done what. And then you begin to ask yourself, it's not the Port Harcourt that came back yesterday. How can you tell me that nothing has happened? That is politicians who have no conscience at all. No truth, no integrity. Yes.
We know that the people of Thai are waiting for you. We don't want to.
And they are hearing me too.
Well, they are hearing you too. and I'm sure the more they hear you, the more extractive the cow will become. So we don't want to encourage you to keep them in the sun for too long. In 2 minutes, just summarize things for the people of Rivers State, particularly having at the back of your mind the national outrage over the issue of new naira and maybe campaigns as well.
For me, what's my interest as far as the state is concerned? Everybody should know that we have only one state, and that state is Rivers State. We have no other state to go to. Therefore, the unity of the state is paramount. This election is not a do or die affair. No sane person will support violence. Because if you want to support violence, your own people can also be killed. So why would you support it? Are you sending your people to be killed? No. But people should play according to rules. I mean, you see somebody come out to say, I will not obey this order. Come on. And as a sitting government, somebody dares you to say, we will obey this order, this law. It is never acceptable. So, Rivers State have been peaceful. They know whom to vote for. Whether in governorship, they know. So there's no need of people creating an atmosphere of fear. An atmosphere that Rivers State is going to be violent. No way. Mind you, you have seen people attacking INEC office. Has it happened one day in this state? Has it ever happened? You see people go to burn public places. Has it ever happened? Even when under anti-SARS. Look at what happened in other areas. You see, that's why I say people create this atmosphere to give the impression that the place is not safe. I have seen people, look at the former Minister of Transport. You see him coming on television, demarketing his state. Assuming they're not considering that your state has some problem. Are you the one to demarket your state? Assuming they're not considering. So we don't have any other state. All I appeal to our people, play according to rules. God gives power. But we know we also contribute. But God uses people to put people in power. God uses us to elect people. So power comes from God. He gives it to whom he wants to give it, but through people. Because God does not vote. Okay. You understand? God does not. So everybody should know that.
9 days to election.
9 days to election is like tomorrow.
Yes. You appeal to the people.
I'm appealing to them to do it quietly, calmly. Vote and go back home and wait for the announcement of the result by appropriate bodies.
And you're confident your presidential candidate will win?
So, vote according to your conscience and where you know that Rivers State will benefit. My paramount job is benefit of Rivers. I'm not here to satisfy anybody. I'm not here to satisfy anybody. I'm here to satisfy Rivers people. If I know that Rivers' interests will not be protected, I will not tell them to go there.
Thank you so much.
I'm not here to satisfy anybody.
Thank you so much. We wish you a successful campaign today in time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the past 1.5 hours, we've had live with us here on 4 major television networks in Nigeria. The executive governor of Rivers State, His Excellency, Chief. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And of course, my colleagues here, can you imagine?
We could just introduce ourselves.
Yes.
Miriam Kayode.
Miriam Vincent Oko. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. Of course, Kayode Okikiolu. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And of course, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank you very much.
Right, my name is Ben Gary. I'll see you around.
I'm going to carry this.
Miriam, what did you
Month of February. 4th of February is World Cancer Day. 6th of February is International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation, while 11th of February is dedicated to women and girls in science. On the 12th of February, it's International Day Against the Use of Child Soldiers, also known as Red Hand Day. On the 20th, it's World Day of Social Justice. By the 24th, it will be 1 year since the Russia-Ukraine war broke out. Stay tuned to TVC News as we bring you in-depth reports and analysis on these events.